Welcome in, everybody. Can you hear me okay? I think I'm going to get it differently here. Hang on. Yeah, that's better. Is that better? Check. 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 Hello? Check, check, check. 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 All right. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me for tonight's open table. I'm in a different room tonight because I figure this might bring a lot less distractions than the living room. So we're trying this new place, new location out. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to do a quick little collective just to see what the overall energy is. And then I'm going to open the table for you guys. Hope you all had a good Wednesday. Okay. So somebody doesn't want to be disregarded or ignored or look the other way. They don't want to be left behind. It's in the future, few days, weeks, few months, direction forward. Something about dating sites, hooking up, seeing someone, one night stands. Somebody wants to meet up with you. It's happening up in the future. Gonna look into this, see what this is all about. Is there anything more that's required for this tap in? Yeah, somebody is not. Somebody wants to open up. Somebody's facing the music. They're facing reality. Hasn't happened yet. It's going to. There will be signs and synchronicities regarding this. This could be for you. This could be for somebody that wants to come in and no longer bottle up their feelings. They want to come in. This is possibly somebody with interest regarding you. So you might have met them on a dating site. They might have wanted to hook up with you, but maybe the fact that you're in this divine energy, I feel that they're standing corrected. Maybe they're trying to right some sort of situations that they're in before they come forward. There's something here about stringing you along, entrapment, playing with feelings, heartstrings on the bottom of the deck. But there's somebody here that actually loves you. It could be two different people. Somebody actually sees you for who you are, which is kind of beautiful, to be honest. You inspire them. There's definitely some sort of injustice happening, maybe with this person, and they're healing at this time. Maybe they see the injustice that's happening with you, and they see that you're healing. And maybe that's the whole thing. They don't want to come in, they don't want to play with your heartstrings, right? Maybe they see how people have been playing with your heartstrings and they don't want to do that. They see the injustice. Or anything else? You best believe I'm going to clarify this. Welcome in, Odin. Lamified. Yeah. Somebody knows that they can't trap you by playing with your heartstrings. I'm picking up your cutoff game is very strong. The moment you feel that you're being played with, you cut people off. Specifically, anything superficial I'm picking up on. You look for signs of superficiality, and if they're very superficial, you cut them off right off the bat because you're not into that vibe. That's not your vibe at all. And you're not out here wanting to cause drama. You're out here trying to walk away from it. Yeah. Somebody tried to burst your ego, or there's definitely somebody having some sort of an ego death because of the injustice they caused to you. They thought that they had every right to cause you these injustices, and they're being put in their place. Yeah, they were jealous. They were very petty with whatever they were doing. Very envious of you and how you inspire people. They want to do that too, collective. Yeah, they're being very immature, and you're being very grown up about this particular situation, about releasing yourself from this trap that they tried to set for you. And they're having a huge ego death. They wanted you to have an ego death, thinking that you had an ego. You don't have an ego. Okay? Whoever I'm speaking to, you're very compassionate, you're very understanding. You're very much in your energy. I'm speaking to light workers. I'm speaking to, like, and I think it's because of this anointing that you have and this protection that you have and this mindset that you have, that you do have something of a higher calling, and they feel that this is an ego flare up with you where it's concerning you, and this isn't anything of the sort. Okay, you're very humble, you're very understanding, you're very open-minded, and some people think it's an ego, like you're tripping with your ego, and you're not even, it's not even close to what's happening. So people are misunderstanding you, I feel, on purpose, because they can't justify your perspective, so they chalk it up as an ego, which, whatever. That's a them problem. Welcome in, Kitty. Welcome in, Marie. Yeah, they were masking. They thought you were masking, but they were definitely masking. Wanting one thing, but portraying another. pretending, putting up a front, two-faced, not genuine. And they're watching you move on while they're sitting stuck in the trap that they set for you. Okay. Let's take a look at the animal speak. Give a... Okay. What's this? Transformation and mystery. It's no longer a mystery that you're going through a transformation. People can see the changes you've been making. People have no other way of looking at it other than to see the changes that you're making. Seeing that you are ascending. You're no longer the same person you were. I'm definitely talking to an alchemist, whoever you are. They don't want you loving yourself. They don't want you trusting what is meant for you. And they don't want you stepping into this transition. Okay? They don't... you definitely need to be having a spiritual bath or smudging or cleansing or something. They don't want you trusting yourself to go through this transition. All right? Whoever this is, they think that they have the gall and the audacity to think that they have jurisdiction over your life, and they don't. This is someone with an ego. This is someone thinking that they can puppeteer you and do whatever the fuck they want and manipulate you, and it's not going to happen. It's blowing up in their face. Because everything that they tried to do to bring you down, your intuition was definitely on point. What's this? Tell me more. Continue following your vision, because somebody wants you so bombarded that you do not adapt to your current circumstances. Okay? They do not want you adapting to your current circumstances. Hold your vision. There's some sort of a distraction happening here. Okay? It's time to look inward with an attentive eye. Allow your heart to guide you. And opportunities you never dreamed were possible will present themselves when you least expect it. Get ready for greatness. Whoever I'm speaking to, you're an amazing individual. You're very much meant for greatness. And there's somebody out here absolutely perturbed at the fact that you're on your way to that. The dragonfly is a symbol of light and change. It is a reminder to bring a bit more lightness and joy into your life in order to bring about the changes needed to reach your full potential. Approach things lightly. So people don't want you doing that. People don't want you, they want you being very, very hard on yourself. They don't want this light to be noticed about you. They don't want people to know that you've changed, to know that you're leveling up, to know that you've actually done well for yourself. Okay, they don't want this to be known. Okay? Quite frankly, it's none of their fucking business, collective. The fact that they have the gall and the audacity to think that they're going to dictate how you're going to live your life is asinine. You're moving forward. They've lost control. So continue being consistent with what you're doing. Whatever you're focused on, whatever you're being called to do it. Make it happen. And be absolutely unapologetically unbothered about these imbeciles. Okay? Because that's exactly what they are. All right? They have not a fucking clue as to how to grasp onto anything other than what they grasp on. And you're out here in a totally different world, living in a total different la-la land that they can't even wrap their head around. They're not supposed to, because they're not coming with you. So what makes them think that they have the audacity to think that they're going to dictate to you what's going to happen with you? It's none of their business. And like, this could be a mother, this could be a father, this could be family members thinking that they have jurisdiction over your life because they're an elder. When they can't even grasp, they can't even consider, let alone grasp what you're even doing. Okay? So let them misunderstand you all they want. It's not about them. All right? Let's take a look at the tarot. So this person that does not want to be dismissed or ignored, can you tell me more about the situation? That they want to share their feelings again? That they want to come forward in the future? Can you tell me who this is for the collective? Somebody's trying to be sneaky as to how they come about doing what they're doing. We got the Seven of Swords, but it's kind of on its side. So they're not too sure as to how to show up. They don't know exactly how they want to be sneaky. But the Nine of Wands is here too as well. They see that you've gone through a lot and they don't want to show up wrong is the big thing that I'm picking up on. They don't want to be disregarded. They don't want to be dismissed. Okay? So I feel that they're trying to get the upper hand by being sneaky, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work out very well for them. The bottled up, wanting to share feelings. What do they want to share with Mike Warren? What do they want to share with the collective? About some sort of manipulation and magic. Maybe they're feeling guilty. What else? We got the King of Wands. And we have the Lovers. So maybe that's how they've been meddling. They've been trying to manipulate you through magic, but it's been backfiring. You're standing very strong, whoever you are. You're very much in your intentions. You're very much in your inspiration. You're very much in your you're a visionary, whoever you are. Okay? And somebody's been out here manipulating you, trying to get the upper hand, trying to be sneaky. And this is somebody that you walked away from. This is somebody that you don't want to be around anymore. This could be a karmic Gemini. But they want to, in the future, few days, few months, they want to move forward with you, apparently. They're waiting for the signs. What's going to happen in the future, Spirit? What is their intention? Now, this could be a Sagittarius. We got the Temperance card on the reverse. This could be a Sagittarius that quite possibly does love you, but they're healing from sadness, broken heart. Maybe they're having a panic attack. This could be a Sag. Doesn't have to be. With the King of Wands out here, they may be in good intention, but there's definitely something here. Maybe they're coming in about some sort of karmic Gemini trying to manipulate something. That could be it. They're trying to be sneaky as to how to come around and to be in your energy. And ultimately, they're just facing a lot of chaos because of this ill intention with the Magician in the reverse. Okay? But they're they're having to deal with utter chaos right now. Or they're trying to bring in chaos. This could be this karmic Gemini. And maybe it's not a Sagittarius at all. Maybe they're trying to come in and they're trying to bring chaos to you, to your love life, to your healing. Because the Temperance came down over the Love card and the Shattered card in the reverse. So you could be healing. You could be inspiring the world. And somebody's jealous of the fact that you're inspiring the world, even through the injustice they're causing you. Like, if that's not a slap in the face, I don't know what is. Tell me more. Yeah, the Emperor. So they're pissed off at the fact that you're not trapped, that you're not stuck, that you're not locked down like they want you to be. You're not in no mental prison. They're jealous of the fact that you're healing all of this, and you're still inspiring not only yourself but other people. They're losing their shit because they lost control of you. So we could be talking about a Leo, Sag, or an Aries. It could be. But I'll tell you right now, this person is extremely karmic. I feel that they're trying, maybe this is you healing, but if they're trying to heal, they're having a hard time coming out of this chaos, right? The Eight of Swords is all trapped up in their head. Or maybe that's what they want you to be. They want you to be all trapped up in your head. Tell me more. The Ten of Pentacles. So you're building something for yourself. Okay? You're building a legacy for yourself. Tell me more. Maybe that's why they want to come back in. Yeah. There's definitely communication coming in. I think you're seeing through the shit. You're utilizing your other senses in order to get some sort of information. It's not just what you see. It's not just what you hear. It's what you feel as well. I don't think they anticipated this. You got a brand new beginning of love. Once you heal this, once you let go of it. And I think that's what they're all festered about. Because they don't want to be disregarded. They don't want to be ignored. They don't want you to look the other way. They don't want you to leave them behind. Now all of a sudden they're facing reality. They want to open up. They want to finally talk about shit in the future. Or maybe they want to talk about the future. A future with you. Maybe they've been seeing signs and synchronicities regarding this. Maybe they've been looking you up on dating sites, trying to find you. Deep down, they do love you, but they're not willing to be vulnerable. Or it's either that or they know somebody's coming in to love you and inspire you. And to them, this is an injustice because they want to play with your heartstrings. So it's almost as if they want to come in first to try to disenfranchise you, to give you a load of shit to sit on. All because you have this brand new, passionate new beginning that's actually going to go somewhere. And they're all trapped up in their head because they can't come in. Because they know that if they don't show up right, they're not going to get anywhere. They're not going to get even past your door. So they have no other choice but to look at themselves, is what I'm picking up on. Yeah, they're going to come in very deceptive. They're going to come in lying through their fucking teeth. You might have already caught this person in a bunch of lies. They're trying to put you in the dark because they are jealous, because they are envious of all this injustice they've caused you. And they don't want to be seen as the true version of themselves. They don't want to be seen as the egotistical, masking, toxic motherfucker that they are. Okay? They want to let that be left off in the dark. Yeah. Why can't you just move on? Why can't we just move on? Why can't we just leave the past in the past, is what they're going to say. Meanwhile, they haven't even apologized for the shit that they've done. Okay? They somehow want to move forward with you with some sort of purpose. Meanwhile, they can't even hold themselves accountable, and they don't want you to be left accountable. They don't want to, they're not going to be compassionate. And this is the reason why they're trying to come in. They're trying to play in your face, and it's not going to work. It's going to end very, very abruptly. And yeah, they might actually have to get arrested in order for you to move forward. That's another thing I'm picking up with this with the Six of Cups in the reverse and the Chariot. You may have to call the police on them, because I don't think that they're supposed to know where you are, but I have a feeling they do. They think they're being sneaky, and they're not sneaky at all. Yeah, I feel that there's going to be some sort of jail time. Somebody's going to the clink for harassing you, for trying to get back in your energy. It's not going to end well for them. Yep. The King of Pentacles and the High Priestess in reverse. This is a very unstable person. Extremely unstable person. This could be a Cancer that's going to jail. This could be a Taurus that's going to jail for trying to disempower you. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, quite possibly. But I'm really picking up on a Taurus energy. Not gonna lie. You deserve way better than this, collective. You know this through and through. And this is why you're putting your foot down. This is why you're creating these boundaries. Because you know you deserve better. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. So they want this injustice to bring you out of balance. This injustice is supposed to bring you out of balance in the future. And they don't want the manipulation so they don't want the illusions or the emotions that they've been sending you. They don't want them to be revealed. They don't want them to be caught for the conflict that they've caused and the injustice, playing with your heartstrings. They could be even catfishing you on these dating sites, thinking that you're talking to one person, but you're talking to somebody else. They could be out here stealing other people's pictures and using other people's pictures for their own. Whatever the situation is, I do feel whatever illusions they've been trying to cast of conflict is going to be revealed to you. Yeah, they're watching to see what type of love that you have coming to you. They're watching to see if there's any type of anybody supporting you in any way, because they are also a target, apparently, according to them. They want people out here regretting even supporting you when you have a wheel of fortune in your future. Everything is in alignment for you, collective. Everything. It's divinely orchestrated. And they out here trying to screw around with the divine, thinking that they're going to get away with it. The very thing that gives them life. They're being dishonorable. Because they are way too focused on you and not focused on their own healing. They're obsessed. I'm just going to come out and say it. Yep. The Three of Swords with the heartstrings, stringing along, entrapment, playing with your feelings. They're trying to play with your heartstrings without having any notice that it's them. This is how they're trying to betray you. Throwing rocks and hiding their hands because they're nothing but a fucking coward. Yep. King of Cups. This is definitely somebody that's emotionally manipulating. Doesn't have to be a water sign, but I'm picking up on a Cancer. I'm not going to lie. They're out here trying to destroy your love life. They're trying to destroy your stability. They're trying to destroy the way that you inspire people. They want to destroy your healing, but they don't want to take any accountability for the injustice that they're causing. Meanwhile, the divine sees absolutely everything. So, yeah. They don't want you moving forward. They don't want you being seen. They don't want you leveling up. They don't want you celebrating, cycles closing, blah, 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 blah. Spirit's saying that they're in for a rude awakening because you're going to still move forward with compassion and the divine's guiding you. Through all this uncertainty and everything that's going on, they are definitely, the divine is definitely guiding you to be more compassionate, more understanding, more loving, more kind. So it's definitely going to happen for you, collective. Don't worry. What about this love? This true love? Is this happening for the collective? It's delayed. It is happening. The Ace of Pentacles is coming in as well. This is going to be a new beginning for you. There is a Queen of Pentacles that has no other choice but to give what they've taken, to try to delay something for you. And by not giving you this, they were hoping to delay some sort of new beginning. But you called your energy back. This is very like they're feeling entitled to what you're receiving. Somehow, some way, they feel entitled. So this is why if you're not going to give to them, then they're trying to delay you from receiving it. They're wreaking havoc on themselves, collective. I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's just going to basically tell you eventually, once this all comes out, it's going to tell you their motives. It's going to show you their motives. It's going to show you their true essence of who they are. They're going to have no other choice but to face you, is what I'm picking up on. What's this injustice? Specifically, the injustice that's happening behind the scenes that my collective doesn't know about. What is the injustice? Yeah, it's casting illusions. It's all going to be revealed. Everything done in the dark is all coming to light. And they can't stop it. No matter how, no matter what, no matter where, no matter who, they can't stop it. And they're trying to keep themselves out of legal matters by gaslighting and by saying that it's all a misunderstanding, when it's nothing of the sort. They know exactly what they did. They know exactly why they did it. And it all had to stem from jealousy. You're an outright empress. Whoever I'm speaking to, You nurture new ideas. You have everything that it takes to become a birther of new ideas. Definitely of new, maybe a new company. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. Maybe you've taken a different direction into entrepreneurship, and you've been trying to build something for yourself. You're out here building it. You're out here inspiring people. You're out here listening to the synchronicities and the signs, and you're moving forward with that. Okay? And they're trying to stop you. They're trying to slow you down. They're trying to cast illusions. They're trying to create roadblocks for you. Not working. Because you're out here being an empress. And they don't like that. They don't like the fact that you feel confident about yourself, that you have something to offer. Tell me more about this love. Or no, this injustice, sorry. Tell me more about the injustice. They're trying to bring an injustice to your Ten of Cups. They don't want you having a happy ever after. Is what they don't want you to have that, because they never got it. And if they didn't get it, they don't think you deserve it either. This is how selfish this bitch is. This could be a mother figure. Definitely not a mom. They could very well be a mother figure. Six of Pentacles in reverse. They want it all one-way street. They just want you basically giving to them, giving to them, giving to them, where they don't have to give back anything. And it's all being revealed. Like, for my own situation, I know my mother felt entitled to my inheritance. I know my mother felt entitled to it. I know my whole family felt entitled to it. This is how selfish they are. This is why they're snakes. And this is why my grandmother gave me everything in the first place. Because she even knew that they're nothing but a bunch of selfish snakes. And they resent it. They resent the fact that they got nothing. So they decided to steal it anyway. And try to make me incompetent. So whoever this reading is for, I feel you. Yep. Because you're healing, they don't want you moving forward. They wanted you crushed. They wanted you sad. They wanted you brokenhearted. They wanted you in a constant panic. And they sure as hell did not want you moving up. They did not want you elevating. They did not want you in a position where you actually were seen, where you were celebrated. Tell me about this love. Because you inspire people, people are giving back to you. It's bringing you some sort of new stability that they didn't anticipate. Okay? And you got the Ten of Cups coming in whether you like it or not. Whether they like it or not. Okay? They didn't think that you were this powerful. And they can't even compete where they don't compare. This is why they're causing you injustice. Okay? They very well could have commissioned a Gemini to come forward and break your heart and have you shattered. This is why I'm saying this, because here's a broken heart, and here's money for that broken heart. Can you do me a favor and go and shatter this person so that way they are absolutely shattered and they don't move forward? And we'll give you some money to do that. Can you go humble this person? Can you put them in their place? Meanwhile, you already had your place. You already knew where you were going, collective. You already knew who you were. So the fact that they're getting paid to ruin you just shows what kind of person they are. And the fact that they didn't anticipate the strength that you have, yeah, because they did not want you moving forward. And this is why they came in with this whole compassionate, unconditional love bullshit. Yeah, they wanted you totally unbalanced, constant conflict, Five of Wands and the Two of Pentacles reversed. They didn't want you finding any balance. They wanted you in constant conflict with people, with the people around you, with yourself. So much so that you've felt helpless and you snapped out and you felt trapped. That's what their whole idea was. They out here breadcrumbing you. They're out here saying that you needed their help. They needed your help, collective. And they're out here breadcrumbing you. Thinking that they're going to get, yeah, you deserve way better than this. You decided to love yourself. Because you know you weren't going to break your own heart. And you know the divine ain't out here to break your heart and to have you shattered. And the injustice was to have you snap out, to act out a character, so that way you get caught up. They wanted you out here snapping out. That's the whole plan. And they were celebrating this. They celebrated too soon. Because you found respite and you found your wish fulfillment within yourself. You didn't need these fucking pathetic imbeciles. You didn't need these assholes to validate you. You found your own wish fulfillment within yourself. You found your self-worth. And you healed all the bullshit that they threw at you. Everything they said, everything. And then you started manifesting your own experience, which was a huge wake-up call for you. You cut out the devil, cut out the temptation, you cut out all the bullshit that they tried to hook you up with, and they're extremely overwhelmed at the fact that you're doing all this. And all they can do is sit and watch. All they can do is sit and watch you choose yourself and allow your the inner union of the masculine and feminine within you. You don't need anybody to complete you. You're fine on your own. Which is a beautiful place to be, collective. You need to stay there. The divine is collaborating with you. You might have some people coming in to collaborate with you. But they're going to send some people in to collaborate with you because they don't want you to have a new beginning. Okay, so be very careful as to who you associate with. The truth is going to eventually come out that people are not committed to you the way that they should be. Everything is going to snap into place, and you are going to find wish fulfillment. Things are going to be revealed to you. You are going to find joy again. You are reconciling at this time the conflict within yourself. I think you've already reconciled this, and somebody's literally bitter at the fact that you love yourself. Would you believe it? Somebody's bitter at the fact that you're empowering yourself. And the masculine and feminine energy within you is very empowered. We got the high priestess out here with the 2 of cups. So you know that you are alchemizing this. You know that you're rising, you're stepping up, you're elevating, you are stepping up into this new divine energy. You know something's coming. You can feel it. And it's not something that they can stop. They are going to be exposed through their own actions of what they've done. They are going to be exposed. They think that they're not going to be exposed. They will. But they are trying to bring an end to this new love. Continue having hope. Your new beginning starts very soon, if not now. Yeah. What about this Ace of Pentacles? Because you are in this King of Pentacles energy, they want you out here losing absolutely everything that you're building. And they want you to feel less than. They want you to feel like you have nothing to offer. All because you're in this very grounded, very solid, very abundant, prosperous energy. They want you to lose it all. They don't want you to have faith in yourself. They don't want you to have the confidence, have the strength, have the courage. It's all because you love yourself, collective. Do not allow the opinion of others to dictate how you feel about yourself. Do you understand? If people want to misunderstand you on purpose, then let them. It really shows what type of person they are. And if they act all concerned about your experience or about your life, and they'd rather rip you apart and put you down, then they're not your friend. And a lot of these people, they're going to come in acting all concerned, but they're only going to listen to reply. They're not going to listen to understand. So if you notice that about the situation, that everything that you've said to them goes in one ear and out the other, and they're just still going to say shit, then they're not for you, because they're not actually listening to your situation. They're listening to reply because they feel that they're doing things better than you. Meanwhile, they're low-key envious at the fact that you're free from the matrix. You're free from all the bullshit. So it's almost like they're trying to plug you back into the matrix, as if you unplugging is the problem, when you want nothing to do with the matrix. And they don't want you having hope, and they don't want you healing. Because when you have hope and you're healing, when you're healed, you're unstoppable. People can't manipulate you. And I'm being told this is a group effort. It's not just one person doing this. Yeah, they want you in a 9 of Swords, wanting you to reconcile, having to submit to their fuckery. It's bollocks as far as I'm concerned. So that is the overall collective message. Collective. So just love yourself. Okay? You have every right to love yourself. You have every right to step into that energy, to be feeling complete within yourself. Continue inspiring those around you to be better than they were before, better than they were yesterday. Don't allow these jealous, egotistical, masking idiots to come in to dictate to you what you should be doing with your life, because you're already on your healing path. You're already in this energy of compassion, love, respect. You're already in that. If they can't meet you where you are, then I guess they're not going where you're going. All right, so I'm opening up the table. If you would like to donate to the channel to get yourself a message, you can do so through Hipsy. The link is in the description box, as well as my PayPal link. You can throw donations over there too. You can throw me a super chat with a question, super sticker for a general message. It's usually $1 a card, but chances are I'll get you more than that. Spirit usually speaks, and when Spirit speaks, the cards that come out are the cards that come out. So just because I say it's $1 a card, it doesn't mean that you're only going to get those set amount of cards. Okay? If you'd like to support me on a monthly basis, you can become a member. I do have 2 different, yeah, somebody's doing witchcraft, doing some evil shit, and they're not seeing the signs to telling them to stop. Okay? They're not listening to the signs. It's saying that they're going in the wrong direction. They need to stop now. This is a very relentless energy that continues to throw energy your way because they want your downfall. They want to sit there and relish in your downfall. But that's not going to happen, collective. I'm going to say that right now. You will bounce back. Just like you always do. Just like you always have. Welcome in, Moon. Welcome in, Shivu. A $10 holla. Can I send it direct? Yes, you may. Just let me know when it's in. I'll hook you up, Shivu. That 39, whatever it is, showed up at 42 cents on my end. But I'll still give you a reading. Thank you for sharing your abundance. Armando, you can clean yourself of bad energy. I don't have to take it for you. You can do that on your own. Take your power back. That Gemini is an absolute fucking delusional mess. Like, I'm really picking up that they have a God complex. They're going through a major ego death. User, maybe throw me some money, and we'll see what happens. Welcome in, Michael, Kitty, Virginia, Blamified, Marie, Clown, you're in here too, Odin. Welcome in, everybody. Julie. Thanks all for joining me this evening. Moon? No. You do not want to reconcile with him. That's not your fucking job to make him happy. Thank you, Shibu. You need time by yourself, Moon. You need to find empowerment within yourself without needing anybody else's validation. If you reconcile with him, it will be the biggest mistake of your life. And unfortunately, you'll have only yourself to blame. And that will verify and solidify how you abandon yourself. When ultimately you should be showing up for yourself instead. It's not about trying. Commit to yourself before you commit to anyone else. Commit to your healing. Commit to your empowerment. Commit to your self-worth, your self-love. To the point where you feel so complete, you don't need anybody's validation or somebody's emotional camaraderie in order to actually feel solid. Until you can do that, I don't think you're ready for a relationship. Because I'll tell you right now, once you get up into that energy, into that frequency, you're going to recognize that the divine has been there the whole time. And the divine's been orchestrating this all this time for you to choose yourself. And by your unwillingness to choose you is the biggest issue. Because you keep abandoning yourself like everybody else. And then you wonder why you're in a situation that you're in. And I'm calling myself out on this too. I'm no hypocrite. I poured myself into way too many people that took me for granted. And I see that now. And that's why I cut these motherfuckers off, because they don't deserve me. They don't deserve to be in my energy. They don't deserve to have my compassion and understanding. So I know I'm right. I'm living it. And this isn't no ego. This is me not tripping on my ego. I have my ego very much in reins. I'm not out here thinking I'm better than anybody else. I'm not out here thinking that my shit don't stink, because it stinks. I'm not out here trying to be better or trying to think that I know better or whatever else. I just know what I know. I'm not out here saying I know everything, because I don't. There's a lot of shit I don't know shit about. But I'm the first one to ask. I'm the first one to pick up an idea to learn about it when it resonates with me. And I'm more than capable of looking in the mirror and looking at myself and where I fucked up and where I need to do better. So it is what it is. Shibu, are you still here? Oh, I know there is, Marie. I know there is. For the ones that have been healing, for the ones that have been doing the work, for the ones that have been committed to themselves and their better version of themselves, you need to take some time out to celebrate that. Because Spirit is congratulating you on all the work that you've done. Spirit, what's going on with Shivu? What's their best blessed message that they need to know right now? If you're wondering whether or not you need to move forward, you need to move forward. Okay? You're feeling trapped up in your head, but things are going to be revealed to you as to what is being trapped, what's trying to trap you. Okay? It's going to be revealed to you. And I'm hearing nip it in the butt. Don't give it any compassion. Don't give it any understanding, because they know exactly what they're doing. Okay? You need to continue focusing on your stability, and you need to continue to move forward very grounded, very methodical. Focus on your independence. Focus on building yourself up. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No distractions. Okay? Because you're headed towards your 10 of Cups. And somebody wants all of this work that you're doing to be for nothing. Okay? But you are collaborating with the divine, and you're collaborating with other people to bring about this stability. So continue moving forward. Whatever needs to be revealed to you will be revealed to you. Take it in stride and apply it to your situation. Apply the lesson. If you learn lessons, apply them. Don't just say, okay, I learned that lesson, and then go back into learning the same fucking lesson again. Do you understand? Do you understand what I mean by that? And don't be an asshole. Don't be asking the spirit or the divine or people for guidance and then not take it. Okay? Because you're basically spitting in the face of the divine. Right? You're going to be celebrating soon, Shibu. It's either that or they're celebrating at the fact that they're trying to swindle you. But it's all going to be revealed. Okay? Just focus on your independence. Focus on moving forward at all costs. Everything that needs to be revealed to you will be revealed to you. You are moving towards a 10 of Pentacles, okay? 10 of Cups and a 10 of Pentacles, by the looks of it. You have something here to invest in, but make sure that it is part of your calling and that you are called to do this. Because if you're not called to do this and you're walking in the wrong direction, it's all going to be for nothing. So make sure that whatever you're focused on, whatever you're doing, and whatever you're working with, you're called to work with that. If it don't feel right within your heart, if it don't feel right in your soul, then it's not the right direction. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. It was hiding. You have the Ten of Pentacles available to you, but you need to be moving in the right direction. So collaborate with your higher self and the divine to get there. Okay, that is your blueprint. That is your map. The King of Pentacles in the reverse. This is an instability. So they may be projecting this instability onto you to keep you from moving forward. Okay. So be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of your discernment, what it's trying to tell you. Do not question it. It's trying to tell you something for a reason. Okay? All right. Just give me a second there, kitty. Okay, we are back. Spirit, what's going on with Kitty? What do they need to know right now? What is their best blessed message for their highest good? I'm picking up off the top. What's going on for Kitty? Okay, so right now, expenses may be a thing that you need to really be careful on. There's some sort of bills that you need to take care of. So make sure that you're taking care of them. There could be unseen expenses come up. So make sure you have some for a rainy day. This is also speaking on getting back into your community. There could be a community hub around you that could use your support, maybe volunteer work. There could very well be just a miscommunication. But there's definitely something here about you whittling through the deception, the fog, to get to the nitty gritty of the meat of the situation. It's either miscommunication or somebody's withholding communication. Spirit's wanting you to observe, become the observer, okay? Because the observer learns things. The observer keeps an open mind. The observer is aware of their surroundings and learns from that. The little synchronicities, the signs, the numbers, right? The Seven of Swords in reverse is in your heart space, so you're going to get back everything that was taken from you in your emotions and your compassion side. The divine won't leave you out. Okay? But everything that was taken from you is coming back. Not by the same person, though. This is all new energy coming in. The Two of Pentacles is what you're walking away from. I do feel that you're walking away from some sort of balance, somewhere where you had a stable foundation. It wasn't all that stable. It was an illusion. It was meant to look stable, but it really wasn't. So you're coming out of that. You're walking away from that. There could be something here about you going in, taking some solitude, taking some time for you. This is definitely some sort of introspection, going within yourself, finding your inner light, recognizing that inner light, and being guided by that. The whole thing is that you got to be careful, and it's not necessarily the ego that gets in the way, but it's getting in the way of the shit that you're not willing to let go of that you want. It's kind of like Moon wanting to reconcile with this person, but it knows deep down that it's probably the worst thing that they could do, but they still want to do it anyway. It's going to bring you into some unfulfillment. So it's better to face the music. It's better to face reality and observe and to learn and to alchemize and to apply the lesson, rather than just seeing it as something that you learned, a past experience, and then jump back into it thinking that it's going to be better. It's kind of like, getting chomped up in an alligator tank, and because you've healed from the alligator tank, you decided to go back to the alligator plaza and jump back in the tank again, all because you're healed. You feel you're strong enough to take it over and take it on. Don't go back to the past. Okay? The Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is the attitude in relation. You've been pouring into a one-way street that's not getting you anywhere. And I think you and I, we were both talking about this one-way street. You're just supposed to give, and they don't have to give you fuck all. And it's almost like they feel entitled for you to give them whatever they're wanting. For as how far you've come, for as how far you've elevated, for as how far you've encouraged yourself into this self-love, into this compassion and understanding and healing and all this, you definitely have something to celebrate, kitty. Okay? However, somebody doesn't want you to. Somebody wants you bitter. Because when you're bitter, you're more able to be manipulated. Because when you're bitter, you're acting out, and then they can play on that. But when you're not acting out, they have nothing to play on. Catch my drift? So if they can get you in a bitter mood, then they can bitch and complain about how bitter you are. But if you're not going to be sitting in this bitter energy, they got nothing to bitch about. They want you out here constantly questioning where you're going, what you're doing, and they want you to have a sense of guilt for doing it, for moving in a new direction, or wanting to move in a new direction. They want you feeling guilt. And sometimes you have to go about that unapologetically. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. The thing is, you will reconcile this within yourself. Maybe not within them, but there is a reconciliation here within yourself. I do feel that you're coming to balance. You know where you went wrong. You're trying to correct that. You're rising above it. You're finding confidence. You're finding courage to move forward, which is working out in your favor. Because you're out here and got the Sun and the Knight of Wands as your outcome, what you don't see coming. You will be moving forward. I think this is the shakeup. This is the reality check. This is the wake-up call that they need. Because by you reconciling with all the pain and suffering within yourself, it's inspiring them to do the same. They want you out here thinking that you're lying to yourself. They're out here wanting you to think that they know what you want when they don't even know what they want. They have not even a clue on how to show up for themselves. And somehow they know everything what you should be doing and how you should be going about things. Make it make sense. They out here having no hope without you. Because they know that without you, they're out here begging. And by you standing in your power, you create anxiety for them. By you just standing in your power. By you wanting to move forward. By you not committing to their fuck shit. You are going to get success. You are going to get some sort of recognition, victory. But only if you pour into yourself will this Wheel of Fortune become yours. It's taking a major judgment call. Having to make a major judgment call. Okay? Jordan, go away. Stop asking stupid questions. Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Kitty. The Wheel of Fortune is in your favor. So don't let anything stop you. Don't overthink it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Go back to our last conversation that we had. That should tap you in a little bit. It's not even about even taking action. It's about being in your sovereignty. You could just stand there in your sovereignty and it's going to make them nervous. You're out here in Empress energy with the Six of Wands. Start acting like it. It's none of your business, Jordan. Where I am, who I'm with, none of your business. Get out of my chat. Odin, welcome in, my friend. Unbothered is a good way to put it, yeah. What's going on with Odin? What do they need to know right now? Stop questioning it. Odin. You will find balance, but it's taking you to notice and revel in the truth. Revel in what's being told to you. It's not all your senses. It's not something that you can just see. It's not something that you can hear. It's not something that you can touch to get a validation or to get confirmation. You're having to use your other senses in order to get this information. Stop questioning it. Okay? You are going to find balance. Um, things don't look that way right now. Things are very unstable. So there's definitely no commitment here with whatever the situation is. It's a bit of a dumpster fire, not going to lie. However, whoever's being sneaky, you're putting an end to that, which is very commendable. You're moving forward, whether they like it or not. You know exactly what you want within your heart space, and somebody's trying to put you in lack so that way you cannot move forward out of this dumpster fire. It's like somebody set this dumpster fire up for you and then lit it on fire as they fuck off, not wanting to take accountability for it. But they didn't understand that there's angels watching you at this time. But you have abundance coming in regardless. You just have to be very strategic as to how to obtain this. And this whole so-called dumpster fire that they tried to get you into, it's not something that you even want to cook marshmallows over. Really, it's that toxic. I just let it burn, because within that burn is going to be a transformation. And I'm also being told to say, do not cut yourself short. Do not sell yourself short. Like, do not keep giving of yourself to the people that do not appreciate. Okay? Happy birthday, Dot. That's the thing, Julie. They're not here anymore. And neither is Kate. They all both got timeouts. One got reported. The other one's on thin ice. All right. The table's open. So if there's somebody here that it's donated that I have yet to receive the donation from, or if I missed a super chat or a super sticker and you'd like to throw me one for a message, you're more than welcome to do that now. The table is open. Again, it's $1 a card, but when Spirit speaks, Spirit speaks. So you could throw a $5 and you might get 10 cards. And that's quite all right. Donations are all accepted through PayPal, the Hipsy link through the donation, through Super Chat with a question, Super Sticker for a general message. And again, if you'd like to support me on a monthly basis, we do have 2 monthly readings so far. One at the beginning of the month for the monthly energy, and one as a mid-month check-in. So if you'd like to become a member, where there's no trolls in the chat, and where there's no adverts, where there's no nothing, it's just us, come on over. I'd love to have you over at member side. All you got to do is click the join button on my main page. There's many different price points to choose from too as well. And I made it that way for the people that want to be a part of that don't have all the money to be able to be putting in. So I do have a message chat level. I do have a workshop chat level. I have a level 1 through 4 as well. So you get an actual reading within those levels. All you have to do is seek me out to get those readings, usually through a DM or through my email. Open tables are for you, collective, to get a message. I don't usually do a collective in the beginning, but tonight I felt I was to do that, so I did. But usually this is all about you. So the collective energy very well could have been what you need to hear this evening. So even if you want to donate to the channel for that, you're more than welcome to do so. Welcome in, Maureen. You know what, Moon? I don't think you're ready to listen to me, so I'm not going to give you a reading. You can listen to the collectives for now, but I don't sit here and spin my wheels and give advice to people that are not willing and not open to receiving it and actually doing something with it. I do hold compassion to your situation. I've met quite a few people in your situation, so you're not alone. But unless you are willing to rise above the shit, I'm sorry, at this point, I can't help you. It's to be strong, be courageous, to know and recognize that you deserve better than what you've been giving yourself. But if you want to get a reading with me at a later date, you're more than welcome to. You know where to get it. You know where to find me. But just be open to receiving the message that's being brought, because the divine don't like to get spit at either. Hope you're doing well, Maureen. One of my OGs. Original gangsters. Or original goddesses. Missed you too there, Maureen. Sounds good, Moon. What's the main question about your court case, though? I will try to tap into that intuitively for you. Yes, she does, Marie. She does. She just needs to know that within herself. It's whether or not you want to change. It's whether or not you want to elevate. It's whether or not you're going to recognize that you did something wrong and that you want to change for the better. But if you go in there with a huge attitude and that you don't give a shit, then chances are it's not going to work out very well for you. Rehabilitation is a big thing. So if there's a program where you can be go through some sort of rehab, may help with your situation. It may not be the best thing because you're not going to like the rehab, but it's something to show your tenacity, to show your courage, to show your strength and your focus in trying to right the wrongs. Right? So it's whether or not you want to rise above this or not. Because to be honest, I'm picturing a fence in my head. So you're literally right on the fence. It could go either way. And this is, I think, why you're asking such things, because you're not too sure as to what the situation is. Right? So it's all on how you show up. Either way, you're going to get a slap on the wrist. Whether it's 30 days in jail, whether it's 60 days community service, whatever the case may be. If you go in there and say, look, I've even put together a program of community service that I feel would be beneficial not only for me to give back to my community and to right the wrong, but it could also help teach me something. And I think if you were to go towards this court case with an inspired idea of rehabilitation, they might see that you actually want to change. They might actually see that you're focused on elevating rather than descending. So maybe it's community service for 60 days at, I don't know, a soup kitchen. If you can somehow find a way of a contract or something that can work with you, that is willing to work with you with this community service or probation, then that's up to you. But if you're not guilty, then you need to prove that you're not guilty. Well, they want to nip it in the butt, right? They want to correct the situation. That's why people go to jail, to try to correct the situation. They do their time. But if they're not willing to do anything to correct it, then chances are they're going to snap out, they're going to act out, and they're going to get more time. But they're ultimately going to prove themselves, whether yay or nay. Well, if it's something to do with alcohol, a DUI or whatever, maybe find out why you started drinking in the first place. Find out what you're trying to mask, find out what you're trying to hide or to numb, and face it. Face it. Face it head on. That's what I did. And where I was drinking 5 to 7 beers a day at one point, I don't drink beer anymore. By choice. And it's not like I'm sitting here jonesing for it, because I'm not. The thought of beer makes me want to puke. And it's because I turned around and faced it. But once you alchemize that within yourself, the need for alcohol disappears. The need to mask, the overall need to numb, it disappears. It's irrelevant. And this I know 100% from my own perspective. It's not about turning to God. It's not about turning to necessarily a better life specifically, but it's about noticing and recognizing where you went wrong, noticing and recognizing what you're trying to mask and numb, facing it, finding out how you can be more accountable, how you can show up for yourself. And again, this comes back to your own insightful way of alchemizing your drama. And this isn't only going to help you with this case, but it's also going to help you with this reconciliation that you want so bad. Right? And it's like you're going to, not that we want to be out here killing birds, but it's going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, so to speak. By you going within yourself and finding your inner courage and stepping up and elevating into a new version of yourself where you don't need alcohol. You don't need to drink. And it's to the point where you don't even want to drink. I don't even want to drink. So I'm only speaking from personal experience. Like, it's to the point where I don't even want to be around people that drink. Like, I don't go out to bars for a particular reason because I don't want to be around a bunch of drunks. So, Maureen, did you want a message? Yeah, you can chill. It's all good. I'm just asking because you're a member. Any other members in the house, if you want to come forward and you'd like a message, you're more than welcome to say so. It's already been paid for, so come on forward if you want a message. Spirit saying look them up, Kitty. Specifically if they're angel numbers. Yeah. Welcome in, Royal. Just give me a moment, guys and gals. I'm going to go switch over the laundry. Sweet dreams, Kitty. You can throw a message in the inbox about these numbers if you want. That's fine, Moon. You just got to get up into my DMs or go through Hipsy. And make sure that it's at least a 60-minute rather than a 15 or 20-minute because you're not going to get much from a 20-minute reading. Just going to say. Welcome in, Mess. Thank you, Danielle. It's alright. It's better than sitting on the floor. Not gonna lie. The collective is over their mess. So if you want to throw me some new medals, want to throw me some money, I'll hook you up. The table is open. So if you want a message, a super chat with a question, a super sticker with a general message, you can donate to me through Hipsy. You can donate through PayPal. However you want to do it. Hipsy, you can donate through MasterCard, Visa, Google Pay, Apple Pay, PayPal, debit card. But it has to be a legitimate card with no federal restrictions. Otherwise, I don't think it works. I'm not sure if a gift card works or not. If anybody's actually paid out with a gift card, let us know in the chat through Hipsy. You might be able to go and get a Google Pay card or a Apple Pay card or whatever and do it that way. I'm not sure. But I think those are reloadable, right? So you can load them back up again. So you'd only have to buy one and then just reload it. Yep, it is. The PayPal, the Hipsy link. It is all there. I'm on Facebook or Instagram too. Under the same name. Same name, same picture. But if you are coming over from YouTube to my Instagram or my Facebook, you best be getting in my inbox and sending me a message and say, look, I watch you on YouTube. I just thought I'd connect to you on here. I am looking into getting a reading at some point. So I'd like to connect and correspond with you here so that way we can do that. And I'll be like, alrighty, here you go. I'll even send you a friend request. Because somebody's been trying to send me stagnance and stagnant energy. They don't want me doing this anymore. They want me to just stop. Right? So they've been sending me stagnant energy, trying to get me to stop, trying to get me to question everything I'm doing. And I asked Spirit, I said, okay, well, give me some sort of validation that this is where I'm supposed to be, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, yada, yada, yada. And they sent me a $30 reading earlier with lots of appreciation and kudos for what I do. Not only for them, but for the collective. So that in itself was a sign, I feel. Because they're out here not wanting me to trust what I'm doing. But I'm trusting it. The divine has kept me going this long. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I trust it? I know the impact I'm making. And the people that are out here misunderstanding that impact, they're relevant. And that's quite all right. I'm an all out here wild card. I know my worth, collective. I know my worth. I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. And if people are out here trying to make me look less than, it's just showing who they are. It's not showing who I am, because I already know who the fuck I am. And I don't need no underage whoosies trying to tell me who the fuck I am when I already know who I am. I know where I stand. I know what I stand for. So that's why their opinion is totally irrelevant. And I mean no disrespect to these people either. They just need to focus on their own and allow me to focus on mine. Stay the fuck out of my way and I'll stay out of theirs. Simple stuff. Not that difficult. I'm not out here trying to ruin people. I'm out here trying to help everybody elevate. Millie? I'm not going to accept it right this second, Moon, but I will. Just make sure that you inbox me. Let me know who you are by your YouTube name. That way I can figure out which one is which, because I got a lot of people looking me up on Instagram, and it's like half of these people I delete and I block because I want nothing to do with them. So, because Facebook and YouTube or Facebook and Instagram are nothing but a bunch of scams, and that's why I haven't monetized on Facebook or Instagram, because it's all part of that meta bullshit. And I even had somebody come at me and wanting me to be a part of the metaverse, and it's already collapsed. So I knew the metaverse wasn't going to go very far. Trying to make a virtual world to get people distracted. Thank you, Marie. To my tribe, to my supporters, and myself, I wish the divine to blanket us with protection, with guidance, and guard us along our journey, allowing us to see the clarity through the fog, to see the clarity and to see the truth through the deception, to allow us to rise above into our highest timeline unapologetically and totally unbothered. Let any ill spoken on our name be automatically transmuted into blessings of prosperity, strength, courage, audacity to continue to move forward, to continue to rise above into our highest timeline. to live the best version of our lives that we have available. Let us all be walking miracles. And let us be the example that when we tune in to the divine and we tune into our higher self and the best version of ourselves, we can accomplish anything and we can overcome anything. As above, so below. As within, so without. Let it be. So Michael, if you're still here, did you want a message? Or any other members that are in the chat that wants a message? I think ultimately, Moon, you've healed yourself and you're not giving yourself that credit. We were just the light in the darkness that you needed to see it for yourself. Stop giving everybody else the credit and maybe give yourself some credit. Everybody's all out here got some major judgments and all this shit trying to make you look less than what you are. And yeah, we all fuck up. We're human, right? It's whether or not we learn from it, whether or not we alchemize it, whether or not we rise above it. That's the big situation right there. I'm blessed and I am absolutely honored to be here to help facilitate this awareness and this change. A thousand ways how to not make a what? What's that supposed to mean, Odin? A thousand ways on how to not make a light bulb? No, I get it, Marie. I do feel that she's grateful. She's just on the fence, though. I think it's the case that she's having a hard time gaining the courage to step into her own sovereignty. But when we step into our own sovereignty, and I think that's what the Matrix doesn't want. By stepping into our own sovereignty, we're stepping into our power. We're not allowing the Matrix to dictate how we're going to experience our life and our experience with our life, I guess. And that's why they're so bent out on trying to distract us and deceive us and to keep us bombarded. Because we're ultimately easier to manipulate when we're acting out of fear and uncertainty. And when we don't have faith in ourselves, when we don't have the courage to step up into our own sovereignty, it creates a mess. It creates a bit of a dumpster fire. So this is why self-confidence, self-respect, self-love, compassion, and all of that is necessary. They are the main ingredients to our own sovereignty. I'm only on here for another 20 minutes, peeps, so if you want a message, get in on it. Throw the super chats, throw the super stickers, the stupid stickers. And if there's anybody here that I missed that has sent a super sticker or a super sticker or a super chat or a Hipsy donation, I need to make some money, collective. I need to make my bills. The best and quickest way to do that is through PayPal and Hipsy. But if you can help by creating a little bit more of a cushion for next month through, because YouTube, I'm suffering because of the past month where I didn't make a lot of money, right? Because I took time off, because I couldn't do the recordings, I couldn't live stream, right? So I had literally no other choice but to take time off. It was too cold to do it outside, and then to find a place to do that, and then to where there's no interruptions, to where it was warm enough, to where I wasn't having distractions, where I didn't have to deal with the passing cars and people talking and music. It was just crazy. So this month coming in revenue wise is going to be rather short. I'm not going to have enough to make my bills. So if you could somehow throw me some to my PayPal or my Hipsy, it'd be greatly appreciated. Because it will help me get over this little bit of a molehill that I need to get over. If you can't do it now, maybe do it later, preferably before the middle of the month or the end of the month. It'd be greatly appreciated. And it does help out the channel. But currently my internet is acting weird, so I definitely need to be making a payment of some sort to my phone, because I think they took out my internet or somebody's fucking with my internet, blocking my internet. Because it's saying that it's there, it's saying that there's no restrictions, but I somehow have no internet when I'm on LTE network. So it doesn't make sense. All my members, my supporters, you're my checkmates. You're helping me checkmate my way through all this bullshit. And I very much appreciate you. Between the divine and my supporters and my members, my tribe, I don't know how I would have got myself through this. So I'm very grateful. There's a Queen of Pentacles out here that wants to reconcile with you. They're coming in hot with no hope for reconciliation. But they're coming in with a stinky old little cup, thinking that you might want to reconcile. This could be a mother figure. But apparently she's now wanting to choose you. She's now wanting to reconcile. She's now wanting to nurture. But this is very unhopeful, very unhealed energy. Maybe they're coming in to ask you for an apology, which you don't have to apologize for nothing. You're not the one doing the wrong, collective. I'm telling you that right now. You're not the one out here doing, you're just keeping your boundaries, which you have every right to keep your boundaries. You have every right to stand on business. You have every right to call your energy back and to nurture yourself and your own foundation. This Queen of Pentacles, I kind of feel like they're casting illusions where there shouldn't be any. I'm really kind of getting a vibe of pity. They want people to pity them. It's kind of like, this may or may not be a mother, but it's kind of like, I'm your mother, you have to forgive me. Like, I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. I don't have to sweep under anything under my rug that I don't want to sweep under my rug. And quite frankly, I don't have rugs. Quite frankly, I'm not into the whole idea of sweeping shit under the rug. You deserve to stand on business and stand on boundaries, collective. Don't allow people to come in thinking that they don't have to apologize for shit that they've done, that you're just supposed to accept it. No, you don't have to accept anything you don't want. You don't have to accept the abuse. You don't have to accept the gaslighting bullshit. You don't have to accept anything like that. You've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, sold it, got a bumper sticker to the car they destroyed, and you threw out the cookies. Because you found out they were tainted with arsenic. But anyway, collective, I'm going to head out. Please be good to yourself. I will be back here again tomorrow for another collective message. I took another day off, and I was having connection issues anyway. So, yeah. I'll be back on tomorrow evening with another collective. All right. Be good to yourself if you can't be good at it. That way you can be good to others. And I'll catch you in the next video.